Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Agan Blue SI here with a tool room slash toolbox tour for you guys. So I'll be showing you guys some of my tools, which will be in this gray toolbox here and my roll cart. And then also the rest of the room is tools from a family member that they've acquired over the years while working in the construction slash carpentry industry. So starting off in the back here, we have a little part shelf, a bunch of random stuff here from screws, hose clamps, sheetrock screws, nails, you name it, we probably have it here. Pipe cutters, wire nuts, bunch of stuff, coils and nails. So like I mentioned, you name it, we probably have it stored in there. We got some jumper cables hanging up off the wall, along with our paperwork for our HVAC system. 2 rigid table saws down here. In this cabinet, we have some random stuff such as window kits and foam tape. Below that, we have some propane torches with the attachments below, pens, pencils, wood biscuits, sealer. Back there is a silicone sealer, clear sealer, and then also some paint stripper. The cabinet to the right of that, we have some car detailing stuff from chemical guys, microfiber cloths, tire shine, rubbing compound, tire cleaner, rim cleaner, you name it, it's probably in there as well. Below that we have some AC recharge cans, coolant, PV blaster, brake cleaner, brake fluid as well, gasket maker, and some WD-40 in the back. We have a small sink so we can wash our hands, a couple of ladders here up front. We have also a shop vac, gas cans so we can fill up the snowblower in the winter time, as we do live in New England. So nothing worse than being halfway through cleaning your driveway and your snowblower runs out of gas. Above the gladiator cabinet we have a 16-foot ladder, and in the cabinet itself you have the chargers ranging from dewalt, rigid, Makitas, and some random old stuff like a Coleman drill and battery, and then some attachments for the rigid oscillating saw, along with some bits that you can throw on a drill. Below that we have some grinders, circular saw from Makita, a couple of dewalt drills, and a Milwaukee corded drill, a rigid oscillating tool, 2 dewalt drills in the back as well, Makita drill, and a Makita impact driver here. Below that we have a dewalt sawzall and a Makita sawzall, porta cable, belt sander, and a smaller dewalt sander, some ladder feet so we don't scratch up the hardwoods, some nails, and below that we have some flooring tools here on the left hand side, and a bunch of different types of nail guns along with its corresponding nails. Moving on to the shelf you guys see in the back, so all those cases that you guys see up top there is a different kind of tool. I'm not going to be going through each one, if not I'd be here forever doing this tour for you guys, but we have a variety of tools of in those cases such as sawzalls, dremels, right angles, orbital sanders, and a bunch of them are repeated, but probably they are different sizes as they are my family members. I didn't go into much detail about what each one was, but he kind of gave me a general idea of what they were. Hanging on the left hand side of the shelf is some air cables and air hoses. We have a small routing table here, a dewalt table saw that's a small size, an HDX compressor, a husky compressor in the back with some leftover HVAC ducting, a small Duralast jumper, and the big boy here, big dewalt jumper slash air compressor slash generator. This thing's awesome. Once it's fully charged, it's not heavy to lug around, and you can always have it handy for what you need it to do. We have a Bosch routing table here, a larger sized one, a little Milwaukee portable vacuum, and 2 Makita miter saws. Below that we have an HDX air compressor, a husky tile saw, a dewalt miter saw, and a porta cable air compressor. In the shelf here on the side of the big husky rack is another husky rack, but it's a medium sized. We have a bunch of random stuff such as light fixtures, light bulbs, small pieces of piping that you might need, whether it be copper or PVC. We have all that, so we don't have to keep running out to the hardware store or to the good old Home Depot to grab that stuff. Next shelf, we have some more blow molded cases with tools in them, and then some bits for the router table, a bin to do drywall and patchwork, and bins that contain plumbing stuff such as pipes, copper, PVC as mentioned, and some other random stuff that you might need doing plumbing. In this bin we have some small electrical stuff such as outlets, outlet covers, thread tape, and then we have some extra material there from previous jobs. We have a grab and go socket set, you could take it on the go, some extension cords, Makita radio so we can have some tunes going while we're putting our tools away or we're grabbing them for a job, some long levels and a long square in the back, a little collection of license plates that we have back there with an old stereo, top drawer of the Husky box, so you got a bunch of stuff in here, so some impact sockets, hole saws, drills, drill bits, sorry, not drills, drills are in the Gladiator cabinet, bolt cutters, small, medium sized levels, carpenter squares, some knives, a little saw, and some prying tools that we have in here. Screwdriver drawer, Husky screwdrivers, Phillips head, flat heads, your older style screwdrivers that you can throw a wrench on so you can break the screw loose, and then some bit screwdrivers that you can interchange the bits as you need. Below that, some pliers and wrenches that we have here, adjustable wrenches, cutters, we have it in this drawer. Some chalk line markers, stud finder, sanding stuff, a brush, and a couple of more pieces of sandpaper that we have here. Ratchet straps, you can never have enough ratchet straps when you're moving stuff around. And then we have some clamps at the bottom, so various types of clamps depending on what you want to clamp down. On the other side of the box, continuing with the rest of the drawers, we have some chisels, DeWalt, Stanley's, Craftsman, different brands, different sizes for whatever you need to do. Hammers, different types of carpenter's hammers, sizes, lengths, ounces, we have different ones. Flooring hammer, sledgehammers, rubber mallets, a little mini axe, a ball peen, and some more prying tools here on the right side of that drawer. In the bottom drawer, some carpenter belts, some more random stuff such as like box cutters and knives and whatever you may need. We have it down there along with our snake to clear out the drains. So that was a quick overview of the tools that my family member has acquired over his time in the construction and carpentry industry. So he has more than 25 years of experience, and he's collected all these tools while he was in that industry. So now moving on to my tools, which are in this box and that little side cart. So starting off with the cart, it's a 3-shelf side cart. Got a couple of pig mats on them to absorb whatever fluids or whatever parts may be dirty. Just make it an easier cleanup, so that way I'm not spending time cleaning the cart out afterwards. Underneath, some boxes with some parts from previous jobs, and below that, a bunch of fluids such as like windshield washer fluid and soap for when we power wash our vehicles. Moving on to the main box, I have a little DIY computer stand going on here. So it's a iPad stand, but I have a laptop that flips, so I put it into tablet mode, and then I have a little USB-C adapter that's hidden behind the box that I'm running the wires to make my mouse and keyboard work. So that way when I need to pull up wiring diagrams or instructions on how to disassemble something or whatever it may be, I can bring down my laptop, plug it into the USB-C, and then I have like a portable desktop here. I have a mini US General toolbox that matches my big box. So some random bits and bobs in here, such as touch-up paint, pens, markers, lube stickers, Then the first ever 3 tools that were gifted to me to work on cars, which was an adjustable wrench, a double open-ended wrench, and then a double box-ended offset wrench. Top drawer have some more box cutters, tire pressure gauge, thread depth gauge, some extra blades, and a little baggie with crush washers for doing oil changes, an antenna wrench, and then some little fuel gauges just to check panel gaps. Below that, tire repair tool kit with the plugs and the glue, and then some bolts used to do an exhaust, and some other random extra bolts just in case anything broke or needed to be replaced. To the left of that, a free Harbor Freight light when making a purchase, and also one of the free magnetic trays. Now getting into the big box, this is a US General 56-inch Series 3 in slate gray. I got it with the 25% off Harbor Freight coupon because we missed you, and I also used the 10% off when opening a credit card. So basically got this thing for a steal. Had it for a couple of weeks now. Love the thing. Can't go wrong with the price and value you get for this box. So starting off in the top drawer, which is everybody's favorite, this is my socket drawer. So some of the tools that you guys will see here are not name branded, such as Snap-on, Matco, and all the big brands, but they are Craftsman, SK, Gear Wrench, and Icon. So when I started in the automotive industry, I basically didn't go the expensive route and try to save my money for other things. I ended up leaving the industry and found a different career path that I enjoyed more. But nonetheless, working on cars is still a love and a passion that I have, but I just don't do it professionally anymore. So starting off with my sockets, on the left-hand side of my box, that's where I keep my metric stuff. Metric deep and shallow impacts from Harbor Freight, a 1/2-inch swivel adapter, a 1-inch to 1/2-inch adapter, impact driver bits so I can put a socket on it and then use whatever I need it to do. The chrome sets that you guys see here were from a Craftsman set that I bought that had a bunch of stuff with it, and you guys will see it as we go through the toolbox. So these are my chrome deep and shallow 1/2-inch, my chrome deep and shallow 3/8, and chrome deep and shallow 1/4-inch, and I have a chrome 3/8 shallow 12-point set. And this is my lug nut sockets with the non-marring covers, so that way we don't mess up the wheels putting them on and taking them off. Here in the middle is my Torx metric with the little center taken out of them for security. Torx metric Allens. This is the rest of the set down here. They continue there, and then on this side is my standard Allens continuing into the second row, and then another metric set of Torx, but what the center is still intact. The row below that is from the Craftsman set, so these are my Craftsman Torx and my Craftsman Allen sockets, Gear Wrench E-Torx, and Craftsman triple squares 5-piece set in standard, and also these 3 rows in the back here, these are all Gear Wrench. In this little tray is my long Torx and my long Allen that I store there. Standard chrome deep and shallow, standard chrome 3/8 deep and shallow, and standard chrome 1/4-inch deep and shallow, all from that Craftsman set. A 12-point chrome deep and shallow 1/4-inch set, and a 12-point chrome 3/8 shallow set. Some adapters from Pittsburgh, so from 1/4-inch to 3/8, 3/8 to 1/4-inch, 3/8 to 1/2-inch, and 1/2-inch to 3/8. Some impact adapters, 1/4-inch, 3/8, and 1/2-inch. My adapters that you guys see here, adapters, extensions, sorry. So impact extensions in 1/2-inch, chrome. As you guys can tell, I'm not much into the extensions, but what I have is worked so far. But if I do see that I need something, I will definitely pick it up. Moving on to the ratchets, this is my torque wrench. It's a Pittsburgh half inch does what you need it to do. It's a click style. Eventually I would like to upgrade to the digital torque wrench along with the torque angle if available. I know it's pricey, but waiting for the right time to make that purchase. Craftsman half inch flex head ratchet. It's a long one. I've abused it over the years of using it, putting pipes on it to get extra leverage, but it's stood the test of time and still works great, just like I bought it a couple years ago. Icon G1 ratchet in half inch. A lot of people complain and say that it's not snap-on. They are absolutely correct. It is not snap-on, but for the price and the value that you get out of it, you can't go wrong if you're starting off in the industry. Craftsman half inch chrome handled ratchet that came with the set when I first bought it. Old reliable, as you guys can tell. It's a little bit beat up, but still one of my favorite ratchets to grab and use. Half inch ratchet as well. I believe this one's an SK. This came from a friend of mine who unfortunately has passed away, so this one does hold some sentimental value to me. Then moving on to these guys up here, it's a Craftsman 1/4 inch chrome ratchet that came with the set. Icon G1 1/4 inch with the comfort handle. Again, a lot of people complain about the ratchet, but it definitely gets the job done, and it's a lot smoother than the Craftsman. 3/8 stubby flex from SK as well. Craftsman chrome 84 tooth that came with the set. SK 3/8 again, who came from my friend who passed away. So again, another one along with the 3/8 stubby that does hold some value for me. I remember my friend when I use him, so it's like he's always with me. Another set of Icon ratchets that came with the set. So I got the half inch, 1/4 inch, and the 3/8. Been using them, no issues so far, but if anything does change, I definitely will let you guys know and make another video. And then last but not least, my long 3/8 Craftsman flex head ratchet. Again, bought it at the same time as my half inch over there, but this guy has still not let me down, putting some pipes on it when I shouldn't be putting pipes to get some extra leverage, but it still works. Next drawer, wrench drawer, very bare, as I am looking to upgrade this drawer next. But what I have so far is still the original set that I got from the Craftsman tools that I purchased. So I have a 19mm all the way down to a 6, if I'm not mistaken, and then in standard 5/16 all the way down to, I believe what this is, a 1/4 inch. Gear wrench ratcheting wrenches goes from an 18 to a 8mm. Some Tractor Supply double box end offset ratchets, metric and standard mini wrenches, and metric and standard hex head sets. Again, as I've mentioned, I am looking to upgrade my wrench drawer, so if you guys do have any suggestions, please leave it down in the comments, as I am looking for some value in buying wrenches but not breaking the bank. Next drawer down is my screwdriver slash bit drawer. So Icon screwdrivers that I picked up. I can't go wrong with these for the price. Yes, they are not snap-on, but the tips work really well on them. They definitely bite pretty good on the screws, and I haven't had any issues with them as of yet. Free pair of picks from Pittsburgh when you make a purchase. Some bits, specifically being nut drivers that you can throw onto the handle there that came in the Craftsman set. Blue Point trim tool, a little scraper there, some more trim tools from Harbor Freight. Pittsburgh precision screwdriver. Back here I have a Pittsburgh caliper, a smaller trim tool there, more trim tools from Amazon, variety of tape measures, Pittsburgh screwdriver set that I first picked up when I started wrenching on vehicles. They've served me well. They still bite pretty good, and when I do need a pair of screwdrivers that I don't care about, definitely grab these. These screwdrivers came in with the Craftsman set, so I have some Phillips head and Phillips head and flatheads there. And then these little cases here, which are my bits, drill bits, cobalt drill bits. Love these things. These things will definitely eat through steel or whatever you try to drill through. These are absolute beasts and great value for the work that these things can do for you. And then some more Milwaukee drill bits, attachments, whether it be Phillips head, flathead, Torx, or smaller drill bits in these. Great value too, so you can definitely pick these up on sale when they're on promotion. And then a cheap set of Pittsburgh bits that you can throw on the bit driver there, or if you want to throw it on to your impact gun. And then last but not least in this drawer, 2 Pittsburgh pry bars. Don't have many, but these 2 sizes have worked for me over the time that I've been using them, so no complaints there. Next drawer down is my pliers slash brake tools slash electrical drawer. So starting off with the pliers, they are from Pittsburgh. Again, no complaints about them. They help me get the job done. So I have some long needle nose, angled needle nose, channel locks, cutters in there, vice grips, sheet metal shears, hose pinch off pliers, a little drywall saw. I use that to cut some foam out while doing redoing the firewall. Some files as well there, pickle fork, oil filter wrench, very important on doing oil changes if you're starting off as a loop tech. Can't go wrong with that one. A pipe wrench and some bigger channel locks that I would use to compress the piston in the caliper when doing brake jobs. Some brake tools. I know it's a dying form of braking, but when I jumped into the industry they were still popular, so pick that up. Mighty Vac definitely helps bleeding the brakes. You don't need to make it a 2-man operation. You can do it by yourself with that. Some multimeters, cheap one from Harbor Freight, and then a little bit more of an expensive one from Amazon. This is an Astro AI, model number M6KOR. Can't go wrong with it. Does what you need it to do, and the display actually does light up if you're in a dark area, so you can see it pretty well when you're in a dark spot. Craftsman OBD2 code scanner, definitely point you in the right direction where you need to go on how to diagnose the vehicle. Hasn't let me down so far. I know it is a couple of years old, doesn't fit on the newer cars, but nonetheless it's still a good tool, and I got it a couple years ago, but definitely getting my money's worth out of using that thing. Below that, I have some of my blow molded cases along with some of my hammers and other small tools. So this is a radiator pressure test kit that I have here, brake caliper service kit, a axle nut socket set from Pittsburgh, a Dremel branded Dremel, and it's a Chicago Electric Dremel, C-clamp, oil filter cups, this one specifically being for Toyota and Lexus, and a oil filter claw. Impact screwdriver, taking off the rotors on Hondas. In this little pouch here is my, as you guys can see, punches and chisels, rubber mallet, a couple of ball peens, and a serpentine belt tool back there. Bottom drawer, aka junk drawer slash extra storage slash parts holder, whatever you want to call it. So back here I have a coolant funnel and all the attachments that go onto the radiator. Trim clips, can't go wrong with that. The remaining set of my socket and extension holders and ratchet holder organizers that I got from Ulta. So these are the little guys that you see here. So these things are pretty good. And for the price, you can't go wrong. Definitely keeps your tools in place. Even shaking the drawer, they don't go anywhere. Old wrench holders that I have and some more rails that I use. Underneath that is some of my old air tools. So I have an air ratchet here, that's 3/8, old cutoff wheel, some speed wrenches that I no longer use, air tool fittings in this box back here that is from the original cutoff wheel, 3M tape, a Viking battery charger. Picked this up cheap on sale It does what it needs to do. For the bigger car batteries, it does take a little bit longer, but nonetheless, it does charge it pretty well. My rechargeable light, a drop light with that you can plug into the electrical outlet, some electric powered cutoff tools. So I have a cutting wheel and a grinder in this little baggie, and then some random consumable stuff such as zip ties, battery cleaner, glue gun, brushes, air chuck, blowgun, whatever. Some random stuff that is always at the bottom of your random junk drawer. Getting to the last two drawers of the toolbox. This is the power drawer where I have all my chargers. So I only run Milwaukee. I started off with Milwaukee, and I'm not going to be jumping around, so I decided to stick with one brand. So these are my M12 and M18 chargers that I have here. And below that is my power tools that I've collected over the years. So this guy back here is my first pneumatic impact gun. It was from Harbor Freight. It was an earthquake. Then picked up this big boy, Milwaukee 1/2-inch impact. This thing's an absolute beast. Will definitely take off whatever bolt you're trying to take out. This will definitely get the job done for you. Before I put that back, below that I have a Warrior heat gun, and then that red tool that's underneath that Warrior heat gun was my electric impact wrench. Milwaukee drill, Milwaukee impact driver with the bit still in there. Some extra batteries at the bottom of the drawer there and there. So those are my extra M18s. And then my little stubby impact driver here that I've just taken out. This thing is also great for interior work or small stuff. This will definitely get into those tight spots. And then last but not least, my Milwaukee ratchet. This thing is also great. Definitely saves time instead of you trying to crank on a nut or a bolt trying to take it out. All you got to do is just hit the trigger and it'll come right out. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's my US General 56-inch toolbox with all my tools that I've collected over the years. My oil filter, pan, and funnel before I forget. But yeah, I've collected that over the years. Definitely looking forward to purchasing the hutch, so that way I can add a little bit more storage, and then eventually getting a little side cabinet to put there, or maybe even the locker. But yeah, this is my toolbox tour slash tool room tour for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and leave any comments that you may have below, so that way I can answer for you guys. And I'll catch you in the next one.